What's up, everyone? It is Sean Evans here with Odd Chopper bringing you another CSGO Underdog Fantasy video. We are kicking off a new event, the ESL Pro League Season 16. A lot of action coming up for the next month, Wednesday through Sunday. We have you guys covered. And kicking off tomorrow on Wednesday, we have three great matchups. We have Navi versus Spirit, Vitality versus Endpoint, and NIP versus Fnatic. These are the three teams that we are going to see all week long. But each day they will be facing a new opponent. So we will be bringing you guys videos covering each and every day for that. As always, make sure you do hit the like and subscribe button down below, turn your notifications on. That way you always get notified when we do post new videos. Obviously, college football is officially back and the NFL season is coming up. So do not miss out on all the action we'll be bringing you guys. So let's go ahead and let's get into it. So for day one, we do have Navi versus Spirit kicking the day off. With these total, they are going to be a little bit risky, in my opinion, to like. Navi should obviously just run over Spirit. We've seen Spirit with this new core about 4 or 5 times before the player break. This is their first time back in action. Obviously, Navi has returned already. 4-game win streak. Simple, just didn't even miss a beat. And Bit, also, they're stepping up. They have these guys stepping up. They are going to be pretty dominant. And with that, I think this series might end a little bit too quickly to where we want to go after Simple over 44 kills or even Bit over 39.5. Spirit is not that great of a team versus these top-ranked teams like Navi, Vitality, Liquid, things like that. So we do want to avoid this, a little bit too risky, and just move on to the second series of the day. Obviously, you do have Patsy with pretty low totals of 36.5 kills and 13.5 headshots. It's just something I don't want to touch just in case, like I said, Navi comes through and just runs all over them. So we are going to skip it and go on to the second series of the day, which is going to be Vitality versus Endpoint. There's one main thing that I do want to target for this series, but same thing, almost like the Navi versus Spirit series. I do think Vitality will run over Endpoint. It could be a little bit quick to where guys like Saiwu, like Spinks, even though those totals are pretty good totals, they may just not have enough action to reach them because the kills are going to be spread throughout the team overall. But I do want to stick with Saiwu over 18 headshots for map 1 and 2. Vitality are the huge favorites at 835. Endpoint, they have switched up their core also. But it's not going to be enough to match Vitality and even Saiwu. I don't expect Saiwu to have this crazy kill game to where he hits 42 kills. Obviously, it's very likely or capable of him to do so because of how good he is. But the headshots points, he's for the past month, he's holding a percentage of 43%. He has averaged about 11 to 13 headshots per map. And that's not even with him getting crazy amount of kills. Maybe sitting around 20 kills per map, but he's still racking up the headshots. His accuracy has improved, pretty surprising, for a player of his caliber to do so, but he is improving on that. Sometimes there's months where he's sitting around 35%, 38%. So seeing it at 43% and seeing a total of 18 headshots, I do want to take that over because while I don't think the kills will be there, I do expect him to be on point with his shots and his accuracy where he's going to be sitting. So that is going to be the first play of the slip that I do want to make sure to put on there. Like I said, with Spinks at 39.5, while that total is a good number for him and he has made an impact on this team right away, I just don't know if it's going to be capable of him to do so. We might see him, Saiwu, Magix, or even Dupree, all these guys be around 35 kills or so between the two maps, and what I also expect to be a sweep. And so the kill marks for those two, I do want to avoid and just stick with Saiwu over 18 headshots. So that is going to be the first pick of the slip. And before we do move on to the second play of the slip, don't forget, if you have yet to sign up at Underdog Fantasy, use promo code STOCHASTIC8, that is the number 8, and double your first deposit. It will be matched up to $100. And so obviously you have house money to play there, and that just makes room for more slips for you to make throughout CSGO and all the other sports that we do cover for you guys. So make sure to use promo code STOCHASTIC8 if you have yet to sign up on Underdog Fantasy. And now moving on to the second play of the slip. It is going to be in the third series and final series of tomorrow's action, which is going to be NiP versus Fnatic. And while I was talking about ZywOo hitting the over on the headshots, I'm actually going to be sticking the under for this one, and it is going to be with Rez under 20 headshots. Obviously, we've attacked him last week on slips, where we, thought that NiP would come out and perform pretty well together, and Rez would be a big impact for them. But Rez has been the complete opposite so far for NiP. His play has decreased. NiP as a whole hasn't looked too great. Obviously, they got the win over Evil Geniuses, but they almost gave up a second map and allowed EG to get the reverse sweep on them. We saw them defeat Heroic, but that was mainly because of the drama, the beef between them and Cadian. So, and even in that matchup, Rez wasn't a huge impact for the team. And so I want to target the under for him. They are favorites, obviously, versus Fnatic. Fnatic does have a new core that has looked pretty impressive so far. So they are going to probably run into some trouble. Once again, Rez, like I said, has not been consistent. He has been able to get some kills. He's not stacking a lot, but even when he does, his headshots are still pretty low. He's not hitting above 10 headshots per map. And when you see something like 20 headshots on map 1 and 2, that is something that you want to look at. He has been sitting around 6 to 8 headshots per map. He has a couple where he has hit over 10, but he has been a huge factor to NiP and defeating these opponents, to where I think he's actually going to hinder his team here versus Fnatic, and even be a reason why they may lose. Obviously, if he steps up and he shows back up to the form that he had before the players break, NiP most likely will dominate this series. But there's just that big question mark against Rez that I do not want to take any overs with him currently until he starts getting back to consistent play. So I do want to hit the 20 under headshots for Rez versus Fnatic as a second play of the slip. And then while we're there, we are going to stay in that same series and same team, but we are going to stick with Hampus versus ES3 tag. And ES3 obviously has a handicap of plus 2.5, but I'm going to be taking the side of Hampus. Hampus has been a lot more aggressive since being back from the break. He has been a huge contributor alongside Brolin and some map victories. Even when the team is losing, he's still getting one of the top frag spots for them. And just besides one map where he lost to ES3 on kills, which was only by 2, he has only tied ES3 one other time. Besides that, he has been outperforming him by 5 to 10 kills, even one series where he had almost 17 more kills than ES3. So I think right here that handicap for ES3, just plus 2.5, is not going to be enough for him to overtake Hampus in the fragging department versus Fnatic tomorrow. If we see Fnatic win, I think the main contributor to trying to keep NiP alive is going to be Hampus, right behind Brolin. I think there's only 2 people that would step up versus them. But other than that, I don't think NiP is going to come out and be this crazy impressive team that we saw before the break, that they were proving that they can play without Device. I do think they need him back to be a fully functioning team. But I will take Hampus over ES3 for this rivalry. He is going to be one of the main contributors for NiP tomorrow and overall for this entire week. So that is going to be the 3 plays for the slip. ZywOo over 18 headshots, Rez under 20 headshots, Hampus over ES3, and the top kills department for map 1 and 2. And like I said in the beginning, make sure you do hit the like and subscribe button, turn your notifications on. That way you are notified when we do post new videos for you guys. That is it. Good luck. I am out.